Hey guys, today we're going to be riding at Tiger Mountain. We got Charles here again, and it's going to be great. So we're going to do a full lap, and then we're going to climb up and do NOTG and OTG again. So hopefully it's going to be super fun. Let's get straight to it. I have ridden at Tiger before, but it was almost a year ago, and I was pretty eager to get back to this place after my riding skills improved and the trails here have changed. Last time I went, it was also very wet, so the roots and rocks weren't really that fun. Today, we're going to do a cool route from the summit, starting on East Tiger Summit and down through OTG. We'll climb up and do NOTG, and then continue downhill towards Fully Rigid to Inside Passage, Joyride, and then we'll finish it off with Northwest Timber. A little bit of flow, and you'll see some tech. Ready? This trail is surely unique in some ways. It can turn from a flowy, smoothly surfaced trail to a technical and awkward trail. A perfect example is this little route right here. There's a pretty cool section of constant root drops coming up too. Oop. Oop, well, it's wet. I don't really care for this trail too much. It's fun a few times, but I wouldn't climb up again to hit this. I prefer some of the more jumpy trails or steep and challenging ones to this. East Tiger Summit loops back down to the top of the fire road where you can take it a little further down into OTG. Yeah, you just want to make sure we don't miss it. Yep. Let's do it. Oh, that berm was nice and loose. OTG should be right up here.
I might crash.
You're fine. It's just like the top of East Tiger Summit. You just don't go slow.
What do you mean not go slow?
Just don't go slow. Just make sure that you know when the tech is and where the flow is, and you'll do just fine. OTG is sort of like Tiger's flow trail, but it's exactly like the top, where some spots get quite techy. The builders did this trail well, and it's a lot of fun to fly down. By looking at some of this GoPro footage, I'm sure you guys can see exactly what I mean. In this spot, there's even a technical climb. Most of the trail is flowy and wide, but some parts get really tight. We're still not at NOTG yet, so we gotta continue down OTG a little bit more. What the heck? I'm not in the right gear for these climbs. Little tiny hills. Now that we've made it to not off the grid, let me explain it a little. This trail is a pretty raw and natural run with roots and stumps all over the place. It's kind of a let the riders choose their lines kind of idea. We're going to stop at the famous tree drop and then hit it again a second time when we're done. It had rained earlier in the day, so all the roots were wet, and I hadn't been down the trail in almost a year, so excuse my speed on the first run. Oh, here's this thing. Little chute through here. This little curvy chute is a perfect example of GoPro effect. Coming up to it, you can barely see it until you're right about to drop in, so it looks steep from the top. Ooh, that was a really bad line. It's good though. This has got to be one of my favorite trails at this whole place. It's so fun. It's kind of rutted out right now though. This little flow section was a really cool change in trail type, and it added some nice flavor. It would definitely be cool to see this at other places. I'm sure riders that are familiar with this trail could find tons of flow in it. I've spotted a lot of optional gaps to hit if you're going fast enough for them. Okay, here's the drop, so gotta hold up for a minute. Nice. This is the drop right up here. So basically, like, you do this little run-in up here. You can take this line over the route, or you can go to the side. Little rock garden.
This is the drop?
This is the drop, the log drop. It's pretty small. You could easily do it, or you could like roll it if you really wanted to. But I think you should try dropping it. Just come check it out. Ready? Drop. It's not bad. On a normal flow trail, I'm 100% sure that Charles would send a drop of this size no problem. But he's not used to riding tech. He's never really ridden any true tech before. So this is cool to see him branching off and trying something new. You got it. Remember, you don't need to land all the way down there. You can land right there.
I don't want to land on the rock.
Just after the rocks. Just land like right where the rocks and the dirt go.
Yep.
You can't really go too slow. You got it. Nice. Not bad, right? Yeah. Well, one thing's for certain. This entrance and drop are so much fun, so I'm going to hit it again. Once we get down to the bottom, I'm not actually going to show you the second lap we did, even though I went faster. I uploaded that on Wednesday a few weeks ago. Oh, that's a rock in a weird spot. Oh, this is a weird section. It's slow and awkward. If I remember right, there's a little drop up here that was one of the harder features on this line. That was it, but that wasn't hard at all. And that's NOTG. Well, almost. Little rock garden up here first. Cool. So fully rigid, right?
Yep.
I've never ridden this. I don't really know what it's like, but we'll figure it out. I don't know. I think it's tech.
How about the blue one I'm gonna take?
Mild tech. You'll be okay with it though. So we're going to take fully rigid down to the last few trails we'll ride to finish off the day, but I haven't ridden this one before too, and I wasn't the biggest fan. This is for certain not my type of trail at all. What the heck? This is weird. Oh. Oh my God. What the heck? Alright, enough of me struggling down this. A lot of the rocks are placed in weird spots and the roots come right out of turns, making it a really complex trail. Now we're just going to head down to Inside Passage, which is the next trail we'll ride. Oh wow. Look at all the logs. Stream going through here. There's a lot of these cool bridges that cross. Yeah, that's crazy. Now this final trail before the connector is called Joyride, and don't underestimate this. Even though it's a blue, this trail packs in a punch, and it's an amazing ride. Oh, yes! That was a nice little flow section. Yes! Well, that was a super fun ride, so now all we have to do is get back to the parking lot, and we're going to take this little trail called Northwest Timber. I find it interesting that they want people to climb up this because it gets pretty technical. Wow, this is nice. Oh, look at that rock roll. Do that. Man, they really love their wooden bridges here. There's a lot of them. Another bridge. These trail builders clearly love their wooden bridges. Oh my God. Another bridge. What the heck? Okay, this is crazy. I love this day riding Tiger. Usually, I'm one to take flow over this kind of tech any day, but this opened me up to a whole new array of trails and exposed a weakness in my riding. I'm stoked to say I have this place near me, and I'll be getting out here some more in the future. It wasn't just the trails here that impressed me. I was also riding with a buddy of mine, and we were having a blast. Tiger's landscape is satisfying and unique too. With its dense forests and tall trees, the views are incredible. Well, thank you all for sticking with me to the end of this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next week.